What's up, everybody? Your boy Deacon Greg. This guy, Charleston White, is my brother. He says everything. I agree with 100% what he says. And we're gonna listen. This is a little reaction video. We're gonna play what he says. You guys listen to that, then we'll talk about it. All right, here we go.
Charleston White just said the realest stuff ever.
What good do you see in black people? How you can't hate it that'll kill his brother? How you can't hate it that'll disrespect his mama but honor his hood? How can you not hate him and love the dead but disrespect everything living in his life? I hate these people.
You talking about niggas?
Because they evil.
He talking about he talking about niggas. He talking about they evil. I agree.
I don't love black people. Not these black people. Black children will be casted out. They will be spit on, and they will deserve it.
He's talking about the black people from today. The people of today, the niggas of today deserve the oppression that our forefathers went through. That's what he's saying. It should be switched around. They went through all that pain. Our fathers and grandfathers and grandmothers got hung and lynched and dogged and everything. And these ungrateful niggas today not only don't honor the legacy of them, they spit on it by killing each other. In other words, they got killed. These niggas today kill each other. They stayed together through lynching, through Jim Crow. We was married at an 88% clip. From an 80 to 88% clip. In other words, we was married. Through Jim Crow. That means even Jim Crow, lynchings, hangings, even that didn't break up our unions. These days, niggas run from unions, don't care. Our kids don't care nothing about marriage or nothing. So, you know what I mean? But that's what he's talking about. Let's just continue.
Our ancestors didn't deserve it. Our ancestors deserve the freedom that we have today. We deserve the oppression and enslavement.
I agree.
We have forfeited our.
You talk about these niggas. Back in the day, our brothers, grandfathers, and grandmothers getting hung and lynched, and today, these niggas lynch. We lynch ourselves, and what I mean by that is that abortion, our women, lead every other woman on the planet in abortion statistics. In other words, we represent 11 to 12% of the population, okay? And we account for 58% of all abortions. That's over half of all of the abortions we account for. When I say we, our women account for it. And look, if you really want to break it all the way down, we as a people, we represent 11 to 12% of the population, but there's 3 women born to every man. So that means that 11% actually comes more like 8%. So 8% of the population is accounting for over half of all abortions. So that's a number that should be shocking to the black community. But you know what? Nobody says nothing about it. You know what I mean? So when Charleston White talks about these niggas they hate and look, they're hostile. Our women are hostile to our men. We're hostile to each other. You know what I mean? So it's just horrible. So I agree with him. This guy is my brother. I don't care what no. This guy knows
that them people left for us. They left an inheritance of freedom, progression, and prosperity. Yep. They not building.
Yep. We had prior to 1970. We had houses. We had our marriages was together. We was good to go. It's good to go. Then our women, it's just horrible.
Why wouldn't you go against these today? They not building nothing. They destroying every woman they lay with. Why you want to be on their side? I don't love nothing about black culture. I'm 46 years old.
And he's talking about he don't love black culture. Me neither. It's nothing to hear in the culture that's what's the word I'm looking for? Redeemable. That's noteworthy. That's proud. That we can be proud of. Like you remember them back in the 70s? I'm black and I'm proud. Remember them days? It's nothing to be proud about black culture. Our kids walk around with shiny teeth in their mouth. It looks ridiculous. Our women walk around with big goofy eyelashes on and BBL butts and fake hair. Oh, let's talk about that, by the way, because the weave industry is a $1 billion industry. I said billion. I say million. I said billion. Weave industry is a $1 billion industry. Let's go to the numbers again. is supported by what? 8%, 9%. So $1 billion industry is single-handedly supported by 8% of the population, which is our women. No one else ain't wearing weave, so don't give me the one Puerto Rican that does it or one white girl that does it. I'm talking about that whole industry, the $1 billion industry, billion. Let that sink in. I didn't say million, $1 billion industry single-handedly supported by our women. Whatever happened to these afros? If we went back to afros, just overnight, we put the weave industry out of business, and overnight, so much more money will be injected into the black community, because the studies have shown that our money, out of any other race, our money leaves our community faster than anybody else. In other words, when we get paid on Friday, our money goes from our paycheck, cash, to our hand, right out of our community. So we give it to other people, Arabs. We give it to Arabs, the 7-Elevens for gas or whatever. We give it to Orientals for the hair and the nails and the seafood. We give it to, in other words, our money goes right out of the community. It doesn't stay in our community. All right? So we can save a lot of money just by, we should boycott weave, not because Tommy Sotomayor said we don't even have to go on all that, our women need self-esteem and all that kind of stuff. We don't even have to go there. We could just do it just strictly from a monetary standpoint, just to save money in the black community. In other words, boycott it. That means nobody else buy it. Don't tell me about your self-esteem. Don't tell me about I feel pretty, all that. Sacrifice for the whole. We would save money overnight. But that's never gonna happen, because you have people that actually fight to put horsehair on their head. You know what I mean? And don't even think about the money that $1 billion, all right? $1 billion industry. All right. So these are two major things that I think should be talked about when you talk about jackasses like Dr. Umar, Farrakhan. Just go, this idiot, what's his name? Scott, what you call it, Scott? You know, I can't think of his name now. There's so many of them out there. These guys, don't you find it mysterious that none of these guys talk about them two issues? I mean, let's just look outside the matrix for 1 second. Don't you find it just flabbergasted? Look for a word here. Don't you find it amazing that none of these so-called black leaders ever talk about abortion, when 1 out of every 2, we have one, get rid of one? All right? Don't you think that should be like front and center on all these so-called black power, you know, all these black people that talk like they're leaders in the black community? Don't you think that would come up, right? Because that's crazy, right? But it never comes up. So there's got to be a reason. But they'll bring up racism. I don't even believe in racism. I think it's a myth, because more in 1 week. 1 week we've killed, abortion has killed more blacks in 1 week than the Ku Klux Klan killed in its entire existence. So let that sink in. So we're talking about all this racism. In 1 week, every week, more blacks die in the clinics than the Ku Klux Klan and did during its entire existence. These are, as I head into dirt that we can't grasp reality, you know what I mean? Let's listen to Charleston, because this is my man right here. This is my man right here. Charleston White is no joke.
I can't think of nothing in life that black people can be proud of in 46 years. We ain't done
shiny
one
teeth,
thing
big,
we can be proud of.
Big clown red boots, rap. Like we're proud of rap. Like who in their right mind would champion a genre, a music genre that all it does is cause murder and jail and like why would we even say that's our culture? We're proud of stuff that actually kills us. We're actually proud of stuff that kills us. Rap. We'll defend it. Like, that's our culture. Like the stuff with this trap or Scott dude. What the hell is his name? Whatever his name is. I can't think of his name right now. But the Scott dude, he's got talking about Fat Joe saying that hip hop, we Spanish people should share in the the creation of hip hop. Like, who cares? Like, you're worried about hip hop? Like, you're worried about preserving that as your culture. You know what I mean? When 1 out of 2 is gone, huh? When 8% of the population is so single-handedly supports $1 billion industry. That's our money. Where's our money going? There it is. There you go. You know.
Say I'm black and I'm proud. Now one
I
thing.
remember them days.
For the longest I was hollering, I was Mexican on the inside. I ain't
I
Mexican.
wouldn't go that far, but I dig why you're saying that.
I watch how Mexicans marry one.
Because you look at other races and you see, you know, you see their unity. You look at other races, you see their unity, and you wish that we had that, because we did have it, but we don't have it anymore. But you wish that we had it, that unity. But so I wouldn't go that far to say I wish I was Mexican like he did. But I'm saying I can most certainly see where he's coming from, where it would be heartbreaking. Like it would be heartbreaking. You know what I mean? To know that we can be better and we're not, and we don't even try to, and our women don't try to. All right, you know, no one pulls our women up. Like I always say, Sexy Red should be ostracized by every single black woman in the United States, but she's not. No, but Stacey is quiet again, right? Sexy Red got a lip gloss line with two names, gonorrhea and yellow discharge. Yeah, I kid you not, yellow discharge. How gross can you be, right? But you hear any black woman in the United States, Whoopi Goldberg, or go down the line, Lisa Ray, all these, I only date rich men, Lisa Ray, or Kendra G, or all across the board. Have you heard any black woman say no to Sexy Red? And say, no, little girl, you're not playing her music, you're not buying none of that yellow discharge, you're not. No, you don't hear nothing, you never hear a peep. You let it just goes. They just let trash go. This is because there's no black male leadership in the black community. It's just a bunch of simps that are scared of the women. That's all it is. That's all we are. And even guys in church and women in church, same thing. You got guys that's supposed to be pastors co-pastoring with their wives, when the Bible clearly states that you ain't doing that ain't cutting it. No, you know what I mean? It's God, man, woman, child. So you got men in church that say, well, we coexist, and we all that bull crap. No, I'm the head of my household. And that's the way it's supposed to be. That's the way God meant it to be. The reason why we're backwards is because we're not following that. And we get beat down when the women talk so fast and hard. It's like that when Eddie Murphy said when the girl caught him cheating, and he ran down the street following her. She's crying, and he stopped her and said, hey, what's up? And she said, you're cheating on me. He said, no, I wasn't. And he said, I just seen you in the house. He said, it wasn't me. And then she said, I just seen you, it wasn't me. And then she said, maybe it wasn't me. That's what's happening too, but the other way around. Black women got black men in check like that, where black men attack other black men for pulling up black women for their foolishness. Anyway, let's go back to Charleston White.
I used to be jealous, man. My people can't. I'm a proud man.
Jealous too.
When we go to grouping together, I'm shy.
Charleston White just said the realest
you know
stuff
what I mean?
ever.
So we need to get control of our households. I could say about, I could go all the way back to when welfare first came about, and the black woman took the welfare over the man, you gotta go, when the government said, hey, we'll give you housing, we'll give you, what happens if my baby gets sick? We'll give you medical. What happens if we need food? We give you food stamps. So basically the government said, here, black woman, we'll give you everything, but your man gotta go. Right then and there was when the black community died. And it died because of the choice of the black woman. Now, we always blame the black man, but this is facts. So you can't say, and here's another thing. You can't blame the black man for the 1 out of 2. You know what I'm saying? And when I say 1 out of 2, I'm trying to skip the algorithm here. I say 1 born, 1 gone. Let's just keep it that way. 1 born, 1 gone. That's 50%. So we have 1, 1's gone. You can't blame the man for that. Babies being born is all on our women. So if our women are 4 times more likely to have one than the next woman, which is the white woman, but 4 times more than any other woman, then that means somebody got to pull that up. We can't just not say nothing about it. So I say to these so-called black leaders out there, all of you, why don't you say something about it? You can't say nothing about because you're simps and you're punks. That's why. You know what I mean? Because your agenda is to just say racism stuff. Racism. And that's what's destroying the black communities that were out of order. That's what's destroying it. Because of all these little niggas that run around shooting people. Let me ask you this. When you got King Vons and the rest of these all these little ghetto rat killers, when they're let's just say 5 to 10, where are they living at? they ain't living on the street. They're living in a house with a single mother, right? Probably bringing guns in the house and everything. Sometimes they know it, sometimes they don't. But he's under that single parent household thing. Father's not there. We already know that. And you can say the father's a Rolling Stone, say he's a deadbeat dad. Listen, Kevin Samuels has said that. He said the numbers is that I think it's 51% of black men are single and childless. So that's over half. That's over half are single and childless. So how are we deadbeat dads when over half are single and childless? That doesn't make any sense, right? So that means that stereotype is actually an unfair characterization of the black man. It's unfair. It's unfair. But nobody challenges that. When someone's, oh, you deadbeat dad. Now you got other races, because if other races want to insult the black man and say, that's why you ain't got no daddy. Your daddy ain't there. They use that in the, you know what I mean? Who defends? Everybody plays fair, but we don't play fair. Everybody don't play fair and we play fair. And what I mean by that is that if you go up to, say, the registry, car registry, and there's a white lady behind the counter, and she's more liable to let a white guy go. If he don't have to dot all the I's and cross all the T's and dot all the I's. If an I's not dotted, she's gonna go like this. Yeah, go ahead. Now you got a Hispanic lady back there. Same thing. Go ahead. Now you got an Oriental lady back there. The Oriental man comes and automatically go. Now you got a black one back there, and the black man says, I got my thing. And instead of saying, go, you know what she says? Well, I ain't gonna lose my job over you. And there you go. That's the no respect. And now listen, that same disrespect is passed down to the kids. You got the single mother in the house, who's the queen, getting queen worship anyway. And now the little boys in the house, and the girls in the house, and all that disrespect of the black male leadership is passed right down. So now I got, as a 60-year-old man, I got 16-year-old girls, black girls that look me dead in the face and challenge me. What you mean? That wouldn't happen in my day. You know where eyes would be? On the ground. You know what I mean? Let me tell you something. I wasn't always a good boy. Even when I was a kid, I went to training school, jail, all that stuff. But when I was a kid, 14, 15 years old, stealing cars, I was a bad kid, right? In training school, YCC, which was maximum security for little boys' school. But even if a 60-year-old man said, hey, boy, get out of the street, I wouldn't give him junk. I'd get out of the street. See how even the bad kids had that natural respect for black male leadership. These days, it doesn't exist. And it starts in the home, because these Jezebels, and that's what I call them, these black Jezebels, pass that on, not only to the, so don't think the little boy don't see that the black male leadership is just destroyed. So that little boy in there, right? He watches that disrespect to the daddy. Shut up, I don't care. Shut up, I don't need all that junk. So, hey, look, bottom line is, we can go into the specifics, and there's going to be people that try to make, there's always a but. Like one thing we're good at as black people, one thing we're good at is this. Going with the possibility as opposed to the probability. So in other words, if you say 99% of people do this, and then it's always one jackass that says, yeah, but that's not everybody. So if I say, well, 1 out of every 2, we have one, one's gone. One's here, we have one, and then we get rid of one. If I say that, there's gonna be some idiot in the comments that says, and usually one of the women that are guilty of it, or say, oh, that's not everyone. That's not everyone. Possibility. You know what I mean? It's like the argument for we always go with the possibility, like instead of the probability. We got to go with the probability instead of the one case that is not like that. That's not a valid argument. Bottom line is, we're at shambles because of stuff like this. We don't got no numbers. Our numbers are dwindling. All right, because of have one, kill one. All right. Our money's gone because we support a $1 billion industry, but no one says anything. Because I don't wear weave. I don't know men that wear weave. There's only women doing that foolish shit. Now tack down with the goofy eyelashes and the fake butts and all that other junk. It's a lot of money. It should be no 16-year-old girl in any black household in America with $200 worth of weave on her head. Period. End of discussion. What was her name? Thelma from Good Times. You think that Florence and James would have her with $200 worth of fake hair on her head? I don't think so. That's the 70s. This is 2025. Yeah. So when Charleston White says we ain't about it, I 100% agree with it. When Charleston White says ain't nothing to be proud about in the black culture, I 100% agree with him. What's there to be proud about? Big shiny teeth, shiny metal teeth, goofy ass red cartoon boots. What? The rappers that kill our own people? Is that it? That we're supposed to be proud about? That culture ain't about a goddamn thing.